In many spiritual and metaphysical teachings, consciousness is often described as evolving through different levels of awareness known as the 7 learning planes of the universe. These planes represent stages of consciousness rather than physical locations. While they are often described in an ascending order, people can move between these levels of awareness throughout their lives. Moments of personal growth, spiritual awakening, meditation, or deep insight can temporarily shift our awareness into higher planes, while everyday life and challenges may bring our focus back to the physical plane. Because of this, our experience on these planes is not always linear. We often move back and forth between levels of awareness as we grow, learn, and develop spiritually. As consciousness expands, people may also begin to experience heightened intuition, psychic sensitivity, spiritual insight, or deeper connection with energy and consciousness. In this video, we'll explore the concept of the 7 learning planes of the universe and how each level of consciousness may be experienced in human life. The first plane is the physical plane, also known as Earth. The physical plane is the level of existence where we experience life through the material world and the physical body. It is the plane of sensory experience, action, and learning through direct experience. The spiritual theme is learning through physical experience and personal development. Most of human life takes place on the physical plane. It is where we develop our identity, to build relationships, face challenges, and learn lessons through everyday experiences. Growth happens through action, choices, and understanding, cause and effect in the physical plane. Also, spiritual awareness at this stage may begin with curiosity about deeper meaning in life, personal reflection, or simply the first few moments of spiritual questioning. A way to think of this plane is the physical plane is where the soul learns through direct life experience. The second plane is the astral plane, and the astral plane is often described as the energetic or emotional realm beyond the physical world. It is commonly associated with dreams, intuition, and subtle energy. Exploring emotional awareness and the energetic world beyond the physical body would be the theme of the astral plane. Many people connect with the astral plane through dreams, meditation, emotional awareness, or even simply sensitivity to energy around them. Awareness begins to expand beyond purely physical reality into emotional and energetic understanding when we step into this plane. Experiences at this level may include vivid dreams, intuitive feelings, heightened empathy, sensing energy, or even early psychic sensitivity. A simple way to summarize this plane is the astral plane is where consciousness begins to experience reality beyond the physical world. Moving on to the third plane, we are now at the mental plane. The mental plane represents the realm of thought, intellect, and our belief systems. It is where ideas, understanding, and higher reasoning develop. Think of it as growth through knowledge, ideas, and expanded awareness. At this level, individuals often begin questioning beliefs, exploring philosophy, and seeking deeper understanding about life and reality. Consciousness expands through learning, questioning, and developing intellectual awareness. People may experience heightened mental clarity, intuitive insights, stronger inner guidance, or even the development of abilities like the claircognizance or telepathic awareness. A way to summarize this plane would be the mental plane is where consciousness evolves through thought, knowledge, and understanding. Now, the fourth plane is called the Buddhic plane. The Buddhic plane represents a level of consciousness centered around compassion, empathy, and connection with others. It is here that we develop compassion and recognize our interconnectedness of all life. People at this level often feel deep empathy for others and a strong desire to support healing, unity, and understanding. Consciousness shifts from an individual perspective toward awareness of shared experience and a collective connection. Experiences may include deep intuitive knowing, heart-centered awareness, energy healing abilities, or the feeling of being connected to the emotions and experiences of others. The Buddhic plane is where compassion and unity consciousness begin to emerge. The fifth plane is pronounced either the Atmik or the Atmik, depending on who you ask. The fifth plane represents spiritual will and alignment with a higher purpose. It is about living in alignment with one's deeper soul mission. Individuals may feel a strong sense of purpose and clarity about their role in contributing to the growth or healing of the world. At this time, awareness expands through deeper alignment with spiritual purpose and connection to the higher self. People may experience strong intuitive guidance, visionary insights, prophetic dreams, or a clear sense of spiritual direction. This plane is where the soul aligns with its deeper spiritual purpose. The sixth plane is the monadic plane or the monadic plane. This plane represents a profound connection to the universal consciousness and the origin of the soul. Here is about recognizing unity between the individual soul and universal consciousness. People may experience a strong sense of interconnectedness with all life and a deeper understanding of the nature of existence. Here, consciousness shifts beyond personal identity toward a broader awareness of universal connection. Experiences may include profound spiritual insight, expanded awareness during meditation, or feeling connected to a collective field of consciousness. This plane is where the soul recognizes it's connected to universal consciousness. We have reached the seventh and final plane, which is the divine plane. The highest plane is often referred to as the divine or Adi plane, ADI. It represents complete unity with universal consciousness or source. This is about oneness and pure consciousness. This level is described as a state where separation dissolves and awareness exists in a complete unity with the universe. Consciousness fully merges with the source of existence. Experiences may include states of profound unity, transcendence, or deep spiritual awakening where the individual feels so connected to all existence. The divine plane represents complete unity with universal consciousness. As you can see, the 7 learning planes describe different levels of consciousness and spiritual awareness. While they're often presented in order, our experiences of them are not always linear. Throughout our lives, we move between these levels as we grow, learn, and deepen our understanding of ourselves and the universe. Moments of intuition, spiritual insight, or awakening can feel like brief glimpses into higher levels of awareness, but different life experiences can also bring us back into other levels just as naturally. As humans, we are not meant to live in one constant state. There are things that we need from each level, whether that's grounding, healing, clarity, or expansion, and moving between these is part of the process. And it's okay if you don't fully agree with everything that I've shared. What I teach comes from my own experiences, conversations, and what I've learned over time. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and trust your own path as you continue to grow and explore. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already hit subscribe, I would love if you would go ahead and do so. And as always, I appreciate any likes or shares. And always drop a comment below with any questions that you have or any other videos that you would like to see me create.